Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 36 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. You can see I'm just logging in here, and as promised in my last episode, the first thing I want to do is complete that rubber tree plantation farm thingy that I got going last episode. So, why don't I just get right into it, huh? I'm going to grab myself some bronze ingots. I'm probably going to need 2 sets of 8. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Now, what do I need to do to get this thing up and running? First, I'm going to build one of those good old machines that you always use for forestry. And I'm also going to need some rubber tree taps. I'm going to need 4 of them, as a matter of fact. And yeah, I know, I overclicked. And I'm going to place a sturdy machine here, some glass on the top and sides, and all the rubber tree taps in there. And that gets me an automatic tree tap. Now this is an interesting machine. You should know that it extracts resin from the rubber tree holes that are found in rubber trees. However, the resin holes get exhausted by doing this. It's like you basically sat there and clicked on it until there was nothing left to do. So this guy just constantly drains all the sap out and it won't regenerate. So as a result of this, we're also going to want to get a machine that's going to clean up after itself. So the next item I want to do is get myself another one of these. I need a little bit of diamond. There we go. That looks pretty good. And I'll put diamond in the corners, but first I need to make a sturdy machine. Diamond in the corners, and glass on the sides. That gets me the logger, which you're familiar with, right? Good. Excellent. Perfect. I'm also going to need some rubber tree saplings, and I think I used all of them when I was planting my rubber trees. So why don't I go get myself some rubber tree saplings from somewhere, and I'll be back. Alright, so hanging out over here at my rubber tree plantation, and you can see I've got a couple trees already grown. I'm going to upgrade the logger that I just told you guys about, and I'm going to use 4 of the rubber tree saplings that I just got off some rubber trees out in the field. Place some glass around there, and I get the rubber tree harvester. Works just like the harvester, right? So let's also place down right here. Now this guy is the chest that's going to pull in items there. Alright, so that's cool. Got our hummus. Why don't I place down I'll place the harvester here, and I'll place the automatic sap machine there. So that'll be good. And I brought with me a pair of peat-fired engines. Cool. And the peat-fired engines will do exactly what you would expect them to do. There we go. That guy there, that guy there. And I should probably go ahead and make myself another piece of redstone. I don't have any redstone on me. Tisk tisk. But, hey, that's alright. We can manage. Plenty of redstone now. And I'll just make a redstone torch to go along with this guy. We're going to need him in a moment. So let's check out how this thing works, right? I'm going to hook up, let's say, maybe I don't like the way this looks. I think I should move this guy. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break him, break that guy. There we go. I'll place the rubber tree harvester right here, like so, and I'll place the peat-fired engine under him. Perfect. And above the top, as you guys are used to, is pretty much where we want to place our stone teleport pipes. Or our stone transport pipes, that is. And then I have an advanced insertion pipe, because we want to make sure that pretty much all the rubber saplings that come out of this system will try to go into this machine. Right there. And from there on, we'll get our teleport pipe. Basically saying, frequency 1, head back to the main system, and try and teleport back and get sorted along with all the other items that automatically sort. So that should be neat. And this item is where we're going to extract all our resin from, as far as I can tell. So let's pull an item off there. I should make this dirt, right? Make it look nice. So, one of those guys, and an iron transport pipe. And the iron transport pipe will give a good whack with a wrench. If I can find my wrench, there it is. And that'll also teleport up to frequency 0. So that should be cool. And I think that's everything we need, right? Can't think of anything else, really. It might be that this guy produces items out the side too when it pulls out the rubber wood. So we might need to sort out how we're going to do that. Maybe I'll do something like this. Alright, let's rearrange this little system real quick. I'm not sure how this thing will work, but maybe if we put an iron pipe here, and the iron pipe goes up to maybe up here. This guy can be cobblestone, no, regular stone, smooth stone. Yeah, might be good. Let me think real quick. Alright, yeah, I think that's a pretty good design. So pretty much what I'll do is the iron pipe here, anything coming out of the top of this machine will be forced off to the left along that clear side into the insertion pipe, where I'll try and place the rubber wood saplings in here. If they can't, they'll wind up in the frequency 1 teleport pipe and sent back to my auto sorting system. The bottom machines, the logger here and this guy here, anything coming out the sides of those will be forced up and to the right and sent straight through to my auto sorting system. So let's open up our peat-fired engine here, place some peat in this guy, and as well as place some peat in that guy. And let's give it a shot, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and place down a thing right there like that. And the peat-fired engine will hopefully start extracting using this automatic tree tap thing and get some rubber or some resin out of the trees. Oh yeah, look at that, it's running. Hey, cool, look at that, that's pretty nifty. It's got this little interface there. Oh, nice, check it out. Resin came out. Sweet. I guess the resin's not picked up by the automatic tree tap, though. Maybe it's picked up by this thing. Let's see. Oh yeah, look, it collected it, and it sent it this way. Okay, cool, good to know. Interesting little fact right there. And yeah, resin's not allowed in that guy, so we don't have to make this system quite as complicated as we thought. It's fine. Yep, see, and there goes the rubber wood. So the rubber wood is going to be chopped down here as well, and pretty much sent along my auto sorting system. Now if we run back to the base real quick, and it's nighttime, so it's probably not a bad thing to do, we should get there in time to see rubber wood not knowing where to go. Of course, we do want to do something with it. What could that be, you might ask? Well, let's see. Where's my friend Rubberwood? I think I have some in one of these systems. Miscellaneous junk, yes. Rubberwood, I want to be sent down the teal pipe so that it also gets extracted in the centrifuge extractor. So any rubberwood coming in here should go in and get extracted. Because rubberwood, you know, has one piece of rubber in it, as opposed to resin, which has 3 pieces, but hey, you know, it's a little bit more rubber for us, and we have nothing else to do with rubber wood, right? So we might as well let that run. And the resin will get extracted from that resin thingy. So I'll be back in a moment once I've rested through the night. Alright, so now that I'm collecting rubber wood and rubber tree saplings, and all that good stuff, and resin of course, we should be getting a good supply of rubber here, which is going to go a long way towards making a lot more crazy industrial craft type designs. And I think the next thing I want to do is automate a particular process that I always find to be cumbersome in industrial craft, and that's creating a certain type of machine. So why don't I come up with a little design pattern on what I want to do with that, and I'll be back in a moment to build it and add it to this little automatic crafting system down here. Alright guys, let's get to building something. I'm going to steal this macerator here. I don't need or want it there anymore. So it's doing just fine doing nothing. So, goodbye, Mr. Macerator. And I'll probably just throw some cobble there for now. I might wind up cleaning up this room at some point. Also going to grab my remote ordering tool and request that I get 2 of those mixed metal ingots. Thank you. They should be showing up momentarily. Now my rotary macerator just made me some coal dust, so you can imagine what we're doing here. We're building an advanced machine. Don't worry, it's one that you've seen plenty of times before. I'm also going to request of my remote orderer, let's see, I need about 8 refined iron. Thank you. So yes, I'm building a rotary macerator, as you can probably imagine. And the reason I'm doing that is because Building these carbon plates can be sometimes a nuisance, all the work you gotta do to get all the carbon you need and whatnot. So, and also, there's some other recipes I want to use that have to use coal dust. So I'm going to wind up placing a rotary macerator down in my room downstairs, and I'll hook up to an automatic crafting table and a crafting pipe and all that good stuff. So advanced machine block, macerator, and of course I forgot I'm going to need 7 more refined iron. There we go. So macerator, advanced machine block. I'll just wait for my refined iron here for a moment. And I'm also going to need to grab some a crafting pipe and whatnot, but I'll grab that on the way downstairs. Hey, there we go. Refined iron. Nice. Perfect. Rotary macerator. Thank you very much. So, on the way down, I'm going to grab myself a... Yeah, it's the right chest. Throw these guys in there. I don't need them anymore. That's what I need. Basic logistics pipe. I might need 2 of those, so I'm going to grab both. I might need some stone or cobblestone transport pipes, so I'll bring them down as well. Obviously going to need some glowstone dust. And anything else I need I can get while I'm downstairs. So that's all well and good. Now, something I've decided is I want to place it right here, but obviously we've got this piping system, so let's get these pneumatic tubes out of the way. And you're probably saying, oh no, Dyer, what are you doing? Relax. We got it all under control. See? Perfect. And then right here is where I'll place my rotary macerator. And of course, don't forget, I need a couple fiber optic, whatchamacallits. There we go, glass fiber cables. 2 of those should suffice. And while I've got my crafting table here ready to go, I'll grab my crafting pipe that I need. And I don't know which one of these I need, so I'll just guess. So from here, probably need to break this guy and place down a basic right here, right? Run this guy like that to here, and I'll tell him that coal equals coal dust in just a moment. But first, why don't I grab my glass fiber cables and do that, so that this thing's getting some juice. And of course, we're going to want a redstone signal next to it, or on it, so let's get ourselves a stick. And there we go. So now I've got an automatic coal dust maker. Obviously, I've got a good reason for making that. Hooray! So let me just grab some coal and some coal dust, and I'll be right back. So if we grab from here rare stuff, I don't have to go that far. Wait. There we go. All I have to tell this guy is that coal equals coal dust. Perfect. Now let's get an automatic crafting table. So remote orderer, automatic crafting table. And I'm probably going to need 2 of these, I think. Yes, 2. And I'll also need about, I don't know. Let's test this out, might as well, right? Let's request a dozen. So our automatic crafting tables should be on their way. And there goes all the coal dust. And of course it's going to take a moment to process because it hasn't ramped up all the way to full speed, but you can see it working and doing what we want it to do. And I think I'll also need 2 more logistics pipes, so I should have them in there. There they are. So my crafting tables are basically going to do the following for me. Yeah, I definitely have to do something about that mess. I'll fix it at some point. So right there, and I'm going to tell it, thank you guys, this guy will make raw carbon fibers for me. Sweet. And I need a couple glowstone real quick too. There we go. these 2 crafting logistics pipes. And the next guy right here, I missed. So this was raw carbon fiber. How did that get there? And this guy will be my raw carbon mesh. So that's cool. Place that there and that there, and tell the wrench how to deal with this situation. Import coal dust becomes raw carbon fibers. Raw carbon fibers becomes raw carbon mesh. Now I can simply request a raw carbon mesh, and it'll grab all the coal it needs, process it, pull it out, and do everything. If I wanted to go one step further, I could put a compressor down here and have it compress the stuff for me, but to be honest with you, I'm not going to be needing that often, and when I do, I might as well just compress it manually, so it would be a waste to put that machine down here and have it do that, I think. So I think it's a good idea to have this down here, though, because the next thing I can now do, and I'm probably going to have to clean up this red power bluetricity wire, so why don't I do something about that real quick? I might as well move it now while I'm at it. So I'm probably just going to do that off camera because it's going to be a little boring. You won't be missing much, I promise. I'll be right back. Alright, all cleared out of the way. So now, let's do what we want to do. I'm going to request, what do I got in here so far? I got some coal dust. I need 2 more of them. So let's find that. There's probably 1 or 2 other items I need to make real quick. So why don't I get ready and do this properly. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so you can see I'm crafting up a storm here. I got a bunch of stuff I'm ready to make. First off, let's get ourselves some more of those logistics pipes. I'm crafting a pretty major addition to my auto crafting system right here. I'm gonna need at least, I don't know, 3 or 4 more of these crafting tables. So let's grab about, I don't know, 3 more of those. We'll see how many we need. And I'm gonna start off by placing an automatic crafting pipe right in the middle here. So I'm gonna need at least, I don't know, a couple of these. So let's do 3 for now. Cool. And I'll wait for all these crafting tables to sort all through here. Good. So knock this guy off and place a auto crafter right there like that. And the first thing I'm going to craft is a pretty ridiculous recipe, but it's obviously needed for this, the furnace. Might as well grab our, well, yeah, I don't know, we'll see, that's fine. Might as well grab this guy and import that. Cobblestone becomes furnace. Good, easy. Next up, I need to tell it how to make a battery. There we go, rechargeable battery, so do the same thing. Boom. And import. And I'm also going to have to tell it how to make a machine block, because I don't think I ever did machine block, did I? Probably not. I don't think I ever told it machine blocks. Just double check and don't mind me. Yeah, I don't think I ever did machine blocks. So, we'll need to do this, like so. Ta-da! Machine block. Perfect. Now, place this guy here. Gonna need another auto crafting pipe. So, grab one of those guys. And let's try out these recipes, because I'm gonna need to use them. So I'm gonna say furnace, request one of those. There's already one up there, so it'll just come down. I'm also going to need the battery. 1. And did I whack that guy with the wrench and tell him how to work? I did not. Machine block, somewhere in here, I would think. Hey, there it is. Request. Sweet. Fun to watch, isn't it? And I believe I'm going to need 1 more automatic crafting table. So let's place this guy down right here and tell him that a machine block, a furnace, and a rechargeable battery gets me a generator. Cool. And we'll get our crafting logistics pipe and place him right there and import that. Perfect. one more piece to this puzzle. But first I need a generator, so let's get one. Generator, request one. Let's watch, this will be fun to see. There went my battery, machine, to generator, zing. Perfect. Alright, so the last piece that I need to place down here will be going right here. And oh look, there's something kind of in my way, but I think we'll be alright. That's generator, 2 electronic circuits, glass, and coal dust. See, there was a good reason that I was making coal dust. I just taught this machine how to make a solar panel. Woot! And of course we need one more auto crafting pipe. Place them there, and import the recipe. Cool. Now, let's request a solar panel. Let's do 2. And everything should come down the way it needs. And if we watch this big hold system here, you'll see all kinds of craziness happening. Glass was just converted. It's getting everything it needs. There goes the circuits. There goes some refined iron to make the generator. I saw a battery zip by there a moment ago. And hey look, there comes a solar panel. Woot! Perfect. I've now got the ability to automatically craft solar panels, which will be nice. I'm actually going to go ahead and request 6 more. So I'll just let those guys cook along and I'll be back shortly. Alright, look at all these goodies flying out of here. One more should be coming up. There it is. And of course, I requested 8 because I want to make myself one of those low voltage solar arrays, which is a nice little toy to have. Alright, so where am I going to put this guy? I actually want to throw him right up above the MFSU that's in my lava cell production room. No reason not to be powering that guy up when I don't, have it running. Now, I'm wondering at the moment, I think it's less than 8 coming out of the back of this thing that's going over to power. Do I have my EU reader on me? I should, somewhere in here. Whoops. Oh well. I'll go get him. Oh goodness. There we go. Let's rehook that back up now. See what happens when you drop stuff? Sounds like there's bad guys nearby. Alright, that guy's running at 6 energy units per tick, so I should have a bit of a positive amount coming in here from the roof. So what I should do is probably just, I should probably run this as fiber cable. Now if there's really bad guys, I wonder if they're in here. Oh yeah, look at that, all kinds of bad guys. Let's take care of them. Nothing but corpses left. Nice. Alright, so why don't I get some more fiber optic cables, and I will be placing a solar panel up on my roof. So one of these, a couple of you, and of course, Philosopher's Stone to craft with. Somebody posted a comment saying, why am I using silver rather than redstone in this recipe? Well, notice that I get 6 of these when I use silver, and that I only get 4 when I use redstone. So, if you're using the diamond, you might as well go with 6. Do I have any other of these fiber optic cables? Yeah, I have a bit. Good. So I'm basically probably going to wind up doing something more than just solar array right here, but for now it'll be good. The only thing I'm worried about is I don't know if there's water particularly up there. So what coordinates am I at right now? 12, 154. So let's go outside. I think it's nighttime too. No, it's not. Good. And let's find this 12, 154. Oh, pretty close. I found it pretty quick, actually. That should be right here. Cool. Ta-da! Looking good. So what I'll do is I'll connect my low voltage solar array right like so. Just make sure it's a little bit out of the border. Beautiful. And let's run inside now. And that's just going to be a little bit of surplus power for me. That's going to basically be helping to charge up that MFSU that I have downstairs. And, you know, passive power like that is never a bad thing. So, nice to have. There we go. And we should be getting 8 energy units per tick out of that guy. Ta-da! For a net gain. Perfect. So, good amount of energy in the MFSU. I actually wound up draining this tank. So, might as well kick it back on and bring some lava in. And I'll be back in a few minutes. And you know what? I think I want to start saving up for a quantum helmet. So, I'm actually going to wind up moving this guy. Let's see. Let that guy run for a few moments. That's probably loud. Sorry. There we go. Much better. Just going to run my red alloy wire like so. That should be plenty. Pick up this knot gate from a while back. And just throw down a, let's see, I did have a stick. Put a lever down, and that should be good. There we go, on-off switch once again. And we should be getting refilled our scrap from that auto refill system. And we'll let some UU matter fill up. And I don't mind if I drain this whole thing. I can always refill it. Alright, so I came back out to my little farm here. You can see there's one good thing that I can note, is that it looks like I have more rubber trees than I had before, which is telling me I'm getting a little bit more of the saplings than I need, which is a good sign. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to knock off these redstone torches here. I don't want my peat-fired engines running anymore, at least on these two machines. Might as well actually not run them at all. So I think what I want to do here is actually... let me think about how I want this to work for a minute, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so what I'm making here is some more of these bundled cables, and I'm pretty sure I made them in a previous episode. But you basically need a particularly colored type of cable. So I'm doing this. And I'm doing this. And that's going to get me a bunch of green insulated cable. And I basically want to put down, I don't know. That looks good to me. And I need some, oh, I forgot some. I wound up making some string here using equivalent exchange, hooked me up. You can see my Philosopher's Stone was charged down there. And I think if I do something like that, I'll get myself some bundled cables. Woot. Alright, so, a little bit more string than I meant to make, but oh well, what are you going to do? How's my peat bog doing? Pretty well. Perfect. So let's go outside, make it daytime, and think about exactly how I want to build this little system. Alright, so basically what I'm thinking is, like, unlike other machines here, this one we want to have a little bit of a control over. And we don't want creepers blowing it up, so let's take care of them awfully quick. Thank you. So what happens is the rubber trees grow, which is great, and then we want to extract the resin from them, right? But there's a problem, in my opinion, and that's that the rubber trees might get chopped down before the resin is fully extracted. And that's not what we want to have happen. We really want to have a little bit of control over it and say, make sure to pump out all the resin and then start chopping them down. So I might wind up just letting this system grow on its own. Now, what I'm going to do here is, I don't know if I want to use these blocks. Let's make it at least a little fancy looking, right? I basically want to have a little control system here. I'm not sure if this is the ideal spot for it, but it'll suffice. Maybe. basically I want to run some red power cabling, which is why I bought a bunch of it with me, and run it under the ground here, and power each one of these machines separately. So I want to have my peat-fired engine that connects to my resin extractor on one switch, my peat-fired engine that runs on the logger on the other switch, and the rubber tree plantation will be the final switch. Pretty cool idea, right? I thought so anyway. Alright, so let's do this, shall we? Let me think about exactly how I want my design to work. See? I know I missed a creeper. And I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so I'm thinking maybe like right here, right? I'll have my control panels here, 3 little levers, and then I'll be able to look over at the area and see how things are running. So why don't I build them up like so? That looks pretty neat. And I'll grab some levers, of course. I'm going to need 3 of you, but first I need enough sticks. So 3 levers. That looks good to me. And we'll connect them like so. Alright, and I'll label these in a moment, but for now it looks good. Let's go ahead and put some red alloy wire. And we need those stone cover strips to make sure that things are nice and separated. Nice. Next up, we want to have some red, green, and white wire going on. We're also going to need this bundled cable, and I'm not sure that I got quite enough of it, but yeah, we'll figure it out. So there we go. Cool. And I might as well run this stuff along like so, right? I think if I run this here, my yellow into this guy and my white into this guy, I then can start running down under the ground here. So we're probably going to want to come down to about, where am I at? Y62 on this guy. So, digging straight down here. And I know, never dig straight down in Minecraft, right? At this level, I think it's pretty safe. Besides, I have a vulcanite amulet. Hey, nice. Found it. Now let's grab our bundled cabling. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with bundled cables, and I'm not sure if I completely went over this or not, but I'm pretty sure I did. But while I'm building this, I might as well explain it again, right? Bundled cables will transmit their red power pulse of all the different colors all in one shot, which is awesome because, you know, if I turn on the yellow wire, it's going to transmit yellow along this path, and if I turn on green, it's going to transmit green, and etc., etc. So let's actually maybe do this. That looks a little bit better. And we're going to want to place something like this guy here. And I'm thinking what I can do here is maybe place, what's my first lever? I went with white, I think, right? White, then green, then yellow. So let's put white here and see what happens. I guess I can't do that too well, can I? Let's see, let me think this over a moment. Alright, so I'm just adjusting this a little bit. I'll run this wire along this wall here, I'm thinking. So that looks pretty good. I know you guys can't entirely see what I'm doing, but I'm basically running it along this wall so that it runs like that. Not bad, not bad. Perfect. And hopefully, will I be able to run this down like so? No, I can't, but that's alright, I'll figure something out. But for now, at least, what I'm thinking is I'll do this. And I can run him along like that, right? And put white here. Now, is that going to transmit its power up to that guy? Let's see. And I might need to make that a non-insulated wire, but that's not a big deal. I can handle that. So you can see the white guy turns on, but it does need to be uninsulated, so let's place one down. Alright, now I have to think about it again. Alright, I've got an idea here. If I go like white right here, and then we'll run red alloy like this, that might work. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Working. Perfect. And if I run, what was the green one? The middle one? That's probably, so this will be the guy that pumps sap out of the ground. This guy should be the harvester, I think, green. So let's see, that's this machine here. So if I wanted that to happen, I'd go like this. Green, 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 red. Oh no, I don't want that to be there. That'll be a problem. So let's do something like this. And I do have more red alloy wire on me, don't worry. That should be good. And I don't want to test the harvester just yet, because it looks like it's getting dark. But then I want yellow to be run along this path, right? Now, because of the way this is just set up a little bit tight here, I can go ahead and run this red like that, and then I just need to use my stone cover strips to separate this guy out. And that should work. So let's go sleep through the night and test this. Alright, looks like we've got a little bit of growth here. The first thing I'm going to look for is resin spots on these trees. Yep, there's one right there. Perfect. So let's activate white line, and that should be the resin extractor. Boom. That guy should start pumping and start powering up the resin thingy. There it goes. And that should pull resin out of the tree, I'm guessing, right? Looks like it's building up the energy that it needs, and look, yeah, there's resin in there. See them hanging out, chilling inside the brush? Okay, cool. Oh yeah, look at that. All the resin getting pumped out of there. Perfect. So we'll let that guy run for a minute. Yeah, look at that. Resin everywhere. Cool. Now the next thing I want to do, now that I know this resin thing has probably pulled out all the resin that it can, is activate the second wire, which I said was the logger, right? Activating that should pick up all the resin. Perfect. And you can see it all going into my sorting system. And now that the resin's been picked up, it'll start chopping down the trees, which is cool, not a problem. And I can separately turn off the resin switch, so that thing's no longer running. And you can see the logger is the only thing running at the point. And we want to let this guy run for a few minutes here. Not a big deal. And perfect, it's picking up some rubber tree saplings for me as well, which is nice. And I'll be back in a minute once all these branches have fallen. Alright, pretty much all the leaves have fallen there. That's good enough, so I can turn that lever off. And now I can activate the final lever here, and that should replant, and so you can see rubber tree going down, and the hummus should be replanted there as well. Cool. How are we doing? Not bad. And I did pick up a rubber tree while I was in there, and they'll all get replanted. Perfect. Now I can turn this lever off. Sweet. And I did make myself a nice dirt cover right here. Ha ha ha. Looking nice. I don't know if grass will grow on a dirt cover or not, but we'll find out. If it doesn't, I could always make a grass cover, I'm sure. So that is a pretty cool system. I like the way that worked out. So now I've got a nice little control thing here. Let me go make some signs and whatnot, and I'll be right back. And there we go, basic signs. So just flip the levers and they do what they should do. And that's all thanks to the wonderful bundled cable that Red Power 2 gives us. And guys, I just came down to check on my chest, 35 UU matter, but I did a pretty good job of draining out this MFSU, so I turned off my mass fabricator here, and I'm letting my Geogen system start filling the thing back up. You can see it doing a little bit of job here, producing some energy for me. Might as well even throw some stuff in my generator. I'll just throw a few Mobius fuel in there. Not a bad idea. Alright, so I'm thinking this is a pretty good wrapping up point. Next episode, I'll probably craft that quantum helmet like I was looking forward to, and who knows what else will come. So I hope you guys enjoyed checking out episode 36 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Take it easy.